Cutie Pie, you are an Earl Grey and hazelnut tartlet. You are yummy. You are scrumptious. Today, we're going to be speaking about Sir Scotty and Sir James. Sir Scotty and Sir James did a segment. They speak about HEX. I'm going to show you what they said about it. It's exactly what you think, but how you're interpreting it is not the correct way. Why? I've read all the comments. Everybody's angry. They want them to like their coin. No, you don't. No, you don't want them to like your coin. Do you understand? When mainstream influencers like your coin, it is a sign that you are starting to get closer to the top, or it's a sign that your upside is not as big as you thought. Before we continue, we're going to pump some music, because that's exactly what we do here, friends. Now, Sir Jameson here, of course, he's speaking with Alex Mashinsky. So Sir James, he has a popular YouTube channel, Invest Answers, and I'm just going to play for you this clip.
I want to make a full disclosure up front. Yes, I have referral links for the things I use. TradingView, FTX, Celsius. And I've only mentioned Celsius link, referral link down below 4 times in videos, and they were all during Celsius interviews.
Look, this hurts me to say, and I'm going to have to draw a poopy head on Mashinsky right here. I'll make it a sad face, friends, because it's not a nice tale, okay? Because when it comes to situations like this, you're in a bit of a pickle. Because on one hand, you have your human side that says, oh, we all got scammed, we all got frauded, I didn't know. But on the other hand, you have 10 plus years of people saying, know your own keys. Don't let an exchange know your own keys. Don't give anybody your keys. Don't give your coins or the access to your coins to any other institution, middleman, bank, whatever it is. We made crypto to remove this. The whole reason why crypto exists, by the way, is literally for this. If you don't have this, you don't have crypto. All right. So this is a very tough spot, because these people who come and they end up taking everyone's money, they do a bit of a Ponzi move. It's tough. So where do we draw the line? Well, the determination of where we draw the line is not even the right question to be asking, because I just care about number go up. I want value creation. All right. I want to benefit the world. So when it comes to morals and ethics and arguing, like, who the hell cares? It means nothing, dude. We don't really care. All right. Give me the green candles. Let the market prove what it wants to prove. I want everybody to get their dirty fiat money and go put it in the pools of liquidity in crypto and pump our bags up. Okay, that's what you want to, so you can change your lives, your friends, your family, and everybody else. Okay, make sure you like, subscribe, belly button all. I do love and appreciate you. Now, when they're talking about HEX, influencers always use the same chart. And I made this post and I told you, friends, how many times I told you that if I was master of the Richard Heart universe, I would pump HEX, because it's just like, yeah, look at this chart. We can't do much, friends. It looks dead. It's not dead, by the way. Okay, it's not dead, but it looks dead. You know what I mean? Like, it's, yeah. You know? It's like, yeah, you ever see that friend passed out in the corner? Yeah, he's not dead. He's in the la-la land. He'll be up in about 8 hours. You just got to give him a bit of secret stuff. You know what I mean? So when it comes to this, this is the chart they should be looking at. Do they ever put it up? No, but you can't blame them. You can't say, well, you guys should be using log, man. Like, friends, even on a log chart, it went down minus 99.46%. Like, at what point do you call it dead? Do you know what I mean? People who look at charts, you can't say, well, you know, it went minus 99.4, but it didn't go minus 99.99. Like, you know what I mean? So you can't be surprised that this thing happens. Now, unfortunately, though, we have to cross the friendship zone into the dark cloud zone, because when these influencers and promoters get kickbacks, now their financial incentives are to not use the log button, not look at the community, not look at the PulseChain number of content creators and all the numbers going up. And if you're going to look into HEX.com, you'll be able to see the adoption chart. This is what you want to see. So when people say, what do you mean the numbers? What do you mean the numbers? Yes, this has been going up and to the right. Now, of course, it's slowed down here during the bear market, but this is what you're writing. Remember the pink line. The top right is Ethereum address holders, okay? The bottom here is HEX stakers going up and to the right. That's exactly what you're going to see. You also have the daily active wallets for PulseChain, okay, look, it's not zero, man. Look, it's around, 15K? It used to be 36K. So when I say, okay, I think we can do 100x, that's 13K times 10, we get to 130K users based off Metcalfe's law. It's rough approximation. It shows you how we go parabolic, okay? Now, these are the numbers. So, I'll get asked all the time, what are the numbers? Where are they? I just literally gave them to you. Look into hex.com and AppHex.win /chain. You can just go here and look at the numbers yourself. So the financial incentives, though, are super important. They are not looking at them, as you can see, because there are other influencers as well, man. Look, you're all doo-doo heads. I'm sorry. I'm just going to draw a big fat doo-doo for this. This is doo-doo behavior, all right? Because you're receiving $50 per sign-up for Celsius, knowing why crypto was invented. Don't tell me you don't know. Don't for a second believe me. You know how to do consensus mechanism. You know how to collect wallet data. You know how Bitcoin works. You know the monetary policy system. You know how everything's rigged. You know that US is hiding UFO tech and it's a race to find integrative. We know all this, okay? It's an open secret. So don't tell me you coincidentally missed the memo that said, oh, golly gee, handing over your money to an exchange is the cardinal sin in crypto, right? Like, you can't tell me that. No one's going to believe you, all right? That's why I'm here to take a stance. But I'm also here to tell you, we want this to be like this, okay? Let's listen to Scotty.
These people
over here.
Yeah, these people love, Hex, if it's not clear to anybody in the crypto space that is the biggest scam on this planet.
I brought on two hexers. I said that forever, and I was like, you know what? I give everybody a voice. They were just the nicest guys, man.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that video, and they were nice, but they were in disbelief. It's like, what type of Kool-Aid are these people drinking? And I felt my heart bled for them. One had a young family that he had to take to some baseball game. Am I not correct?
Yeah,
his kid to baseball.
Yeah, he was in like a baseball stadium. Gary, he's great, and we talk all the time. But yeah, I just can't get there. It didn't convince me. Let's put it that way. I tried.
You got your kid's inheritance. So have a look at this chart as a TA expert, Scott. What does it tell you?
I mean, that's if you guys have ever seen somebody in a movie when they die and the thing goes doo, 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 doo.
That's it, flat line.
See, friends, now look, it's of course, look, we're going to play some angel music for him as well, right? Because that's why I gave you the fundamental data. You understand? The chart is a reflection of emotions. Now, one of the advantages I have of making videos for you is I can put things in a clear, concise format. And let me tell you something, friends. There's a lot of schizos in Hex, and the liquidity is thin. That's it. It's as simple as that. Now, of course, saying it's simple and actually living through it are two different things, all right? Now, because it's really rough with thin liquidity, super rough, right? You might even wonder, you might ask yourself, can a store of value have liquidity this thin? Can it? Like, it's questions you're going to have to think about. But I still think the fact that we don't even know the answer means there's upside. Do you see, friends? I'm always hunting for opportunity. I go, wait a minute. No one has a definitive answer as to, like, should liquidity be thick or thin for a store of value like Hex? Well, the fact that nobody knows the answer, we are now venturing into the unknown. If we're venturing into the unknown, there's speculation to be done, and we could be witnessing a big reprice in the market. We could be. We don't really know. Not financial advice, all right? Now, got to remind you, right? If you're angry, then you're missing the point, and you need to watch my videos. Of course, this is for the Twitteroonie crowds. If you're watching, you friends already know, okay? How many times have I told you, baby dolls, that the crowd is wrong? Scotty Melker has over 100,000 subs. Invest Answers has 500,000. Okay, these guys probably have, a million people know them. All right, let me tell you this, okay? Let me tell you this. 1 million people know them, which probably means 10% follow. You know what 10% of 1 million people is, friends? That's 100,000. You know, Hex only has 150,000 stakers, for example. You know, PulseChain only has 13,000 daily active users. So there are 100,000 people active who follow these two gentle sirs who, if the price goes green, they're going to realize they got humiliated and they want to get in. That's how I am thinking about this game, all right? The crowd is wrong. The crowd doesn't know anything. Friends, the crowd signed up to Celsius and FTX. You think they know what they're doing? They don't. They don't know what they're doing. Influencers are a proxy of the majority. All right. You and me and you, we are ducks in a pond. We're squirrels in a tree. We're holding our nuts. We only win because they don't get it until the prices are much higher, okay? Now, if you've heard of a little coin called Ethereum, you'd know that, oh, wow, it's a blue chip today. But it wasn't always a blue chip, friends. Like, hello, this was the Ethereum chart at one point, all right? It's literally, it's exactly what they talked about. You know how Scotty just said, well, it's the patient chart. Like, where's the TA on this? Look at this, friends. Look at this. It was darkest before it started going up, okay? Look, where's the TA on this? where's your levels? You're dead. It's finished. There's no value creation. Your friend saw me here. I was literally turbo bullish on Ethereum down here. Turbo. By the way, I didn't research it until December 2019. And within 3 hours, I was like, okay, you're going to flip Bitcoin. It's over. Right? But no one believed. Doesn't really matter. That's what you want. I didn't want everyone to believe, friends. Look at the stuff that people believe in. They're walking into traps right now. Okay, so that's addressing this part. You don't know how it's going to look like. You can even look at Bitcoin in the early charts as well. What do you think? Bitcoin was always like this magical unicorn thing? No, it wasn't, man. It looked dead. You're looking at this like, okay, I ended up going up. Dude, never in the history of humanity or in the history of squirrels has there ever been a stock that dropped like this and then went up unless you were Amazon and you were making so much profit. There's no profit here. You're just a thing. You understand? You're birthing an industry never before seen. So when it comes to this, no one even knew. Like, oh, do people want to give value to a stock only with a human face? Because Satoshi was anonymous here. So who's to say this thing was ever going to go up? So they're talking a big game now, but the fact that they don't have a read on the HEX and PulseChain community, it means there's opportunity here. These guys have full confidence in like, yeah, soy lana, yeah, soy's pretty good. The fact that they can say that with confidence means there's something wrong with the picture in terms of how high these things are really going to go. So look at this. Look at all these friends. Look at this. I want to play for you some freaking cranky beat. You understand? This, okay? See this? This is an ecosystem. This is an ecosystem growing. What's funny is whenever I post this, someone says, oh, golly gee, all those applications aren't useful, are they? They're all trash. Habib, have you seen the amount of filthy trash scams on Ethereum? There is literally 4 useful things. Aave, Uniswap, maybe GMX, you know what I mean? Like, there's barely anything, friends. And then there's literally hundreds of thousands of absolute trash scams, JPEGs, useless. But people are still there because they're there for the community. You understand? They're there because they're speculating on the future. Now, whether it happens or not, we don't really know. Okay? So when Bitcoin and Ethereum had their biggest drops, they only tapped their death blow low for a few weeks. So I just showed you in their charts, okay? But look, HEX is like, it's 4 months into looking dead on the floor. Like, it's like, you're dead. All right? But, so it's this, friends, this is why you watch me. I'm telling you, don't look at the mirror and go, golly gee, I'm the most handsome man in the world. And you know what? Maybe you are. But it doesn't look good. But who cares? Because you have the fundamentals. You understand? You literally have the fundamentals. And the fundamentals to me say, well, you know what? If people bought absolute trash in 2021, the levels that they've priced PulseChain and HEX community now are absurd. Right? So for example, real numbers. Cardano didn't even have smart contracts. It grew to 130,000 daily active users. All right? Remember, PulseChain's 13,000. So Cardano with no smart contracts. You're telling me we can't find enough people in the world to participate in this? Come on. You know what I mean? During a bull market. All right, so I've made many posts. I've shown you the community is still here, still active. 180 content creators, loud megaphone. So that's why I always ask myself, for James or Jamez, right, supporting Celsius and FTX, right, why can't you see the data I'm looking at? But I know why. I'm not just a rhetorical question. I know why, man. You don't want to buy this chart. He's a momentum trader, friends. He's a momentum trader. Momentum traders want the freaking, give me the green monthly candles, baby. Yeah, let's go. That's what they want to see. He wants to see this. That's what he wants to see. He wants to see this consolidation up and down, and he wants to see like this green monthly candle right here. That's what he wants. I don't want that. You understand? Because I want a margin of safety. I want to go into the club when there's no one in there. No one. I'm going in there, doing handstands. The bathroom's free. You can wash your hands, tie your shoelace in the bathroom while you're there. It's free. There's no dump smells anywhere. There's no wee-wee on the roof, right? When everyone comes, there's higher risk. The more you understand it, the more you start to win in the game. Now, why don't people do it? It's because it doesn't feel good. No one actually wants to go to the club by themselves, friends. They feel scared. You understand? No one actually wants to go into a coin by themselves. They want the crowd to tell them it's great. But what I don't know is when the crowd comes, that's when they get the toilet paper and they start throwing it in the roof. Someone starts wee-weeing in the wrong cubicle. Someone's like stands right next to you, even though there's like 18 urinals free, and he's rubbing shoulders with you. You know, the weirdos come, friends. You can't be long with the weirdos. So you know now, right? I'm an actual trader and an investor. These people, look, they get paid other ways, man. They get paid. They have paid groups. They pay. Friends, even James in here, he talked about he's got a researcher, man. He's got a these people pay researchers, which means they're getting income from that. They're running it like a business. I'm the researcher, all right? I run in there, butt naked, running around doing handstands, drinking orange juice. I'm like, you know what? You guys are all on the same side. There's risk on the other side. That's it, all right? But they're all just fancy words, all right? We're just speculating and gambling. That's all we're doing, all right? And it's not just, we're having a guess here and there. Like, no, man. Like, when push comes to shove, I will literally, I've seen me, I will tell the crowd that they are wrong, and I will tell them I'm taking the other side. You can do what you want. I could be wrong because it looks really bad right now to do this move, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay? And I've got to remind you as well, this is the funny part. I was unpopular in 2022. I took the other side of Richard Hart's 10K Bitcoin call. Do you know how many times, friends, you can go back, the few people who would comment, they were saying, well, this guy called the top and he made a 10,000x coin, and they said PulseChain was going to launch and it's going to do another 10,000x or a 1,000x. That's what they said. And we're down here, man. We're down at the lows. And I said, you know what? I don't care. I don't give a damn. I see what I see and I'm not going to be influenced by anyone. I was right. So this just builds my conviction over time. It doesn't like crush it, yeah? I've seen this happen so many times, friends. Someone will get a big, amazing call one time and I'll get the next one wrong. Just so many times. And I'll be taking the other side of them and I'll be sweating bullets. I'm like, oh man, am I fading the world's greatest investor trader of all time? No, I'm not. Because emotional money, when they're in, they're trapped. You understand? They're emotional. I remember I even made a bet here as well. Basically said, you know what, friends? I made many Twitter posts. I made videos on this. When Bitcoin was like 19K, June 2022, I said, we're going to hit 30K before we hit 10K. And then FTX collapse happened. FTX, friends, we were going down. Do you imagine? Look, imagine this. I still had this call here, right? I still had this call here and everyone was like, it's over. And I'm like, nah, there's not enough leverage here. 30K before 10K. Do you know how risky it was to say something like that? Not just risky to say it, but actually have your portfolio like that. Boom. Right? That's what the crowd does, man. The crowd's wrong. That's why I'm talking to you, HEX and PulseChain community. You're there's a crowd everywhere. It's just a group of people. You understand that, right? So now you know, okay, the last thing, so PulseChain, PulseX, HEX, the last thing I ever want to see are mainstream influencers telling me that my bags are great. Never. I'm a peanut brain. I don't want them to be on the same side as me, ever. You understand? And if they are, I'm like, oh man, I've got to really evaluate things, okay? And you're probably wondering, right? I get asked about Bug Eater DeFi. They're like, oh, ChainLink's accepted. No, it's not. It ain't accepted at all. You know ChainLink can flip ETH, right? You know how controversial that is? I know. You're like, no, yes. Its use case. That's why ChainLink is so controversial. Vitalik hates it because ChainLink is the conduit between private chains and public chains, the scum bank chains and the public chains. Do you understand? Vitalik is for Team Ethereum, but ChainLink is for Team Blockchain. It doesn't matter who wins. They all need a route through ChainLink. So ChainLink's theoretical market cap is much bigger. That's why Ethereum maxis, they scoff at this idea, right? I don't like when they talk about Ethereum maxi Chainlink potential. I know only one of the Sir Bankless friends, Davey Hoffman. He likes Link now. He added to his portfolio. But yeah, they're still on the tippy toes. They'll make 6 Solana videos before they make a Link video, all right? That's why I'm telling you, the crowd's wrong, man. Look, and people get exploited. Look what happened here. Alex the Anus Ointment. He shilled 50 cent HEX. Remember that whale? 400 million. He goes, yeah, we're going to 50 cent all-time high. There were actually people saying, yeah, front run him. This is a great idea. He dumped for a 2x. The crowd is wrong, man. The crowd sucks. It's not that you suck, it's that you price it in. It's when you have a group of 100 people, if 90 of them like something, that means they're already long. They don't have any more money to add. They're not going to come into a lot of lottery money soon. So that's why the crowd's always wrong. If only 10 people like something, you're like, oh, wow, 10 people like it, 90 hate it. Okay, sweet. Those 90 who hate it, they have money in their wallets with the potential to put it in if they can like it at one point, all right? ChainLINK is also Big Mac DeFi. You understand? We got the PulseChain, nice Lego flags here. So now you're starting to get the point, all right? Now, at the end of the day, all we're doing is buying low, sell high. But it's not so simple because you got to interpret the crowd information. We're here every day. We're checking prices, and you can't help but come across with all this information. So you need a way to filter it. And luckily for you, you got a friend like me who does that, okay? It's best to think of it like your fate is predetermined. And what I mean by that, well, you have scum insiders, the bug eaters, the overlords. They don't just know the future events. They plan them, man. They control the future narratives. You understand? Once you start to see this, you don't say, oh, the game's rigged, let's not play. You go, wait a minute, the game is rigged. What is the footprint I want to see of somebody who knows the game is rigged? What do I want to see? Well, like I told you, yeah, that footprint, they're buying Bitcoin under 20K, right? The footprint of that. Unfortunately, though, most people, they're going to learn the lessons too late in the next cycle. Why? It's because probably, just my guess, Euphoria might appear much earlier than the traditional 4-year cycle. That's why I'm prepared. I don't know. I'm prepared. You never know. Maybe Bitcoin's $80,000 at the end of 2024. Maybe a lot of altcoins, maybe we've all pumped. And we're all like, wait a minute, the 4-year cycle, right? It's got to go for 4 years. But we've only gone for 1 year, less than 4 years. And I'm like, I don't know, man. There's too much euphoria. We weren't this euphoric earlier. That's going to be the tough challenge. But we'll see what happens when we get there. Only a few people are going to act. That's the nature of markets, of course. You know. So they never forgot this, friends. You've learned a lot today. You are a freshly cut watermelon piece. I do love and appreciate you. Funny part is, you can tell the crowd they're wrong. But you think they flipped? They don't care. The interesting part, friends. Don't even forget this. Richard Hart called the top. He called the top for Bitcoin, right? But after the top, okay, so after the top, look at this. I guarantee the crowd's not going to know this part. Okay, so he calls the top, April, and then HEX drops 87% from his top. You see that distance? That's 87%. So it goes up first, but then drops 87%. I wonder if he's going to call the top again, knowing people, it didn't matter what that up part was, right? It didn't matter at all. If things start going the other way, you know, everybody's just going to be in a selling mood. That's why these things is not so easy, because it's a moving target. But luckily for you, you have someone like me who does it for free. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button all. You are loved and appreciated. Tell mum too. Catch you soon.